The Coen brothers have made some fantastic movies. I mean, Fargo is pretty much a masterpiece. The Big Lebowski is a favorite of mine. No Country for Old Men, Burn After Reading, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, Barton Fink, A Serious Man. They're pretty much as accomplished as they get, right? They've been around for a while now too. But the thing is, they keep trying out new stuff. No one movie is the same as the next. Like compare Inside Llewyn Davis with something like Raising Arizona. Not a lot of similarities, at least not on the surface. But they do pretty much all share some similarities though. There's usually a lot of dark comedy. Sometimes it's more subtle, sometimes more overt. And usually there's a lot of violence too. And most of the time, the violence is funny, which is a tricky thing to do. But these guys do it all the time. They're basically masters of making tragedy funny. And there's a lot of that in this one too. And I feel like that's pretty much the only true line in this whole thing. Because it's a Western anthology movie, meaning it's set in the Old West. Cowboys and all that. But it's a series of unrelated stories. 6 if I counted right. And they're all pretty different. But they all have that tragic element to them. And the comedy. And there's another thing too that they all share. But I won't get into that. It would kinda spoil things. But they all go for different sort of vibes. And apparently want to elicit different kind of emotions. Like the first one, which is the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Sort of a misleading title actually for the movie, since that's only 1/6 of the whole thing. But anyway, the first one's very different from the rest of them. The main guy is constantly breaking the fourth wall, talking to the camera, and there's a lot of singing and dancing, and then it just all of a sudden takes a left turn and becomes hilarious. I'm not gonna get into details, but there's a scene involving a poker table that came so out of left field I just legit snort laughed. Hands down the funniest scene in the movie to me. But the whole thing overall is just more kinda consistently amusing than outright funny. But there is really funny stuff here and there too, sprinkled throughout. And I'd say there's usually at least one good laugh per story. So the second story, I'm pretty sure is the shortest and probably least memorable, but I still liked it. I thought it was pretty funny, and they probably knew there wasn't that much to it, so they just kept it short and sweet. I'm fine with that. And the third one, oh boy. You gotta have a pretty special mind to come up with that one. It's about as tragic as it gets, and easily overall the least funny of them all, but the end delivers. Jesus. Classic Coen brothers comedy right there. Not a lot of people would write that one, or if they did, they'd probably keep it to themselves and not put it in a movie and try to convince you it's funny, which it is. Now the fourth one was really good too. It was probably the most optimistic and upbeat of all of them. Tom Waits plays an old prospector looking for gold, and he is great in this. I loved it. The fifth one is about some settlers heading to Oregon, and that one probably felt most like a conventional movie to me. It was kinda sweet and endearing, and I say kinda because, well, Coen brothers. But I liked it a lot. It was really good. Which brings us to the last one. It's about 5 people riding a stagecoach, and it's by far my least favorite. I don't know. It had some funny stuff in it, but I just didn't get that much out of it. And the end was just, let's just say it went out with a whimper, not a bang. Kinda disappointing. And to be honest, I would have been happier if it wasn't in the movie, which would have also kept the whole thing to just under 2 hours. That would have been perfect for me. I would have liked all the stories, and it wouldn't have felt like it dragged in the end. But hey, I've seen far worse movies than this. I mean, overall, I liked it. Most of it was good. A lot of it really good. Some of it even great. But the last one, not really the best way to end it, in my opinion. So, would I recommend it? I mean, yeah. If you like dark comedy or Coen brother movies, it's definitely worth checking out. So go watch it. Or don't. I'm not your daddy.